Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Future, the game, Episode 5, Out of Time. As you can see, we are not in Hill Valley anymore, despite never moving our feet. Well, I guess we walked over to the specific location, but you know what I mean. We're still in the vicinity of where Hill Valley is supposed to be. Why is it missing? Well, let me tell you. Back in 1931, Marty has faced down a rebellious Citizen Brown and restored young Edna to the path of science. And luckily, or happily, we made up with Citizen Brown right before he faded out of existence. If it weren't for the pesky business of Grandpa Artie marrying the wrong woman, you might conclude that Hill Valley's timeline was perfectly in order. Oh, except for the fact that Edna Strickland has hijacked the DeLorean, jumped to another time, and somehow caused the city itself to disappear. Very dramatic. Stranded on a patch of scrub that should have been their hometown, Doc and Marty have a chance encounter with an alternate timeline version of Marty's great-grandfather. William McFly knows nothing about Hill Valley, but he points our duo towards somebody who might. Also, side note, whoever wrote this paragraph was very hyphen happy, because Hill Valley does not need one. Anyway, the date, October 13th, 1931, 6:40 p.m. So here we are. Let's explore this little patch of grass.
Doc, it's a...
Shh. Alright. What are you looking at over here that's so exciting?
What do you see?
This vehicle has sustained some serious damage.
Way to stay focused, Doc.
Well, it is his baby. It's his DeLorean. He spent 30 years working on this thing.
Look!
Shh.
Alright, clearly Doc's not going to talk to us, so... maybe let's just get right in and talk to Mary. See if she's even home. It's quite a doorbell.
Step away from the cabin!
Pardon us for intruding, madam. We were wondering if you could tell us...
I don't talk to hooligans!
On a very friendly sort.
Doc, that was Edna.
Edna Strickland? Impossible.
This is how she was when I first met her. I had to... Listen, just leave it to me.
Okay, you think you know how to handle her. Just remember, we need to know what happened to Hill Valley, and just as importantly, the precise time when it happened.
Alright, there's a lot of timey-wimey things happening. So I guess we'll try talking to her? I don't think it'll go well.
Hey, Miss Strick...
Who are you?
Marty McFly.
That's a foolish name, and I make it a rule not to talk to strangers with foolish names.
It's a great name.
But we're not strangers.
How do I know you?
Well, all of these.
You tried to have me arrested once, a long time ago. Remember?
Listen, Sonny, I'm an easygoing woman, but I got a few rules I live by. And rule number 1 is, I never, ever talk about the past! Or the future, neither. I don't talk about any day but today.
Well, that's healthy.
I guess that didn't go so well.
Of course she doesn't talk about the past, because there's something in her past she's trying to forget. But we're gonna pry it out of her. Go ahead, knock on the door again.
Alright, but first I want to look around a little. Maybe talk to you? I mean, you're not our Doc anymore. Technically.
I'm sure I can get her to talk to me.
Then what are you waiting for? Knock on the door.
Well, I wanted to share a moment between us, but I guess that's too much to ask.
Mary Pickford. Now where would she pick up a fake name like that? A blacksmith sign. I wonder if it's from Doc's old shop.
Maybe. Actually, no, it wouldn't be. This whole thing is weird, because she would have had to burn it down before we were there. So...
I wonder what's cooking.
Whoa. Mario, why are you just holding this? Return it to where it belongs.
I'm guessing this mop doesn't get much use.
Looks cemented. Oh. I guess it wasn't cemented on there.
Yeah, I can wait.
I understand. I wish we could look at this stuff. It's pretty cool. Pieces of the broken down DeLorean, frisbee pies, the future license plate. A bunch of cool stuff being used for nothing. So waste as a collector. Okay, look at this cactus now.
Look!
No, Doc just wants to shush us. It's very upsetting.
An old saloon sign. Cool. Too bad it's all burnt.
Aw.
Edna's grandfather, Marshall Strickland. That's the same picture I saw in Edna's apartment, way back, in the future.
It is. Careful, Marty. You don't want to make a clanging noise again.
What?
It's me again, your old friend.
How do I know you?
Well,
We spent the day together
We did? Where?
at the expo.
That's crazy. I've been here all... What day is it?
Tuesday, October 13th, 1931.
October 13th, 1931. October 13th. Something funny about that date. Well, what are you here for?
technically the expo was today. So we're not breaking any of her personal rules.
Listen, lady, you've got to tell us where Hill Valley went.
Hill Valley? You're standing in Hill Valley. Population 1.
But there used to be a regular town here, right?
Might be there was a town once long ago, or might be it was in the future. How many times I gotta tell ya I don't talk about any time but today?
I guess time traveling gave her a mental break. She would not suit as a doctor's companion.
Come on, Miss Strickland.
Miss who?
Strickland. You're Edna Strickland.
Take a look at the mailbox, Sonny. Name's Pickford. Mary Pickford. And it has been for as long as I care to remember. And like I told you, I don't care to remember!
Alright then.
You see that car over there? You stole that from Carl Sagan, and you time jumped into the past.
Me? Steal a car? You got a lot of nerve, Sonny. Everyone in town knows that Mary Pickford's the most law-abiding citizen that Hill Valley's ever had. And I don't give a thing about the past.
You're an arsonist.
I brought something for you.
What is it? Let me see.
Stupid. Oh, what do we got? Haven't looked at our inventory in a while. Well, at least George is alive.
Don't fade out on me, Dad. I'll be home soon. I hope.
Yeah, you don't have a home right now, Marty.
Nice of Trixie to give me these tickets. They're supposed to get me into all the big attractions.
Yeah, where? Hello? Game? That was weird. Oh, I'm not gonna test that again.
It looks like Doc's old sign, but I guess it couldn't be.
Yeah, it could not be. Which leaves a lot of paradoxical questions. Or paradoxical? I don't know.
The top of a mop. I could flop it on a cop. I could swap it for a top. I think I'll stop.
Marty, you have the whole mop here.
It's an old saloon sign. Looks like it's been through a few bar fights.
What is a saloon? In the West. In the Wild West, so... This is so sad.
I hate to see it like
Me
this.
too.
I brought you
Whoa.
Him!
Him! Who him? Him who?
This is Doc Brown, the guy who built the car you stole.
Stole! I never steal! I'm a law-abiding citizen. Still, there is something familiar about those features. Sure, I don't know you from somewhere.
Sure, you remember him. Carl Sagan, the guy you framed as a speakeasy arsonist.
That's gonna be so
Speakeasy?
confused.
Arson? That's complete gibberish, Sonny. Whatever you're talking about's got nothing to do with me. I never involve myself in such criminal shenanigans. Still, his features remind me of someone.
Look hard. Don't tell me you don't recognize your own boyfriend.
Doc's
My
face.
boyfriend?
Yeah, he's all grown up.
Come closer, fella.
Marty, what am I supposed to do?
Trust me, Doc. Just go with it.
Can't be! Emmett!
Yes, Edna. It's me.
What a smile.
It is. It's October 13th, 1931. Oh, and you are Emmett. Emmett. How did I get so turned around? Have I been dreaming or stay there?
It's a classic case of repressed memory syndrome. Once the mental dam is broken, the subject is immediately plunged into the midst of the very scenes she's trying to forget.
Whoa. She needs a laundry machine. Were they invented yet? Ugh.
Darling, you've come back. Of course I knew you would. An intelligent boy like you wouldn't be one to throw away true love all because of a silly quarrel. I've already forgotten about last night's little tiff. I trust you've done the same?
Of course I have.
Of course I have. What?
Aww.
Schnookums.
It's so awkward.
You're sweet. But you're still keeping company with this Smirnoff character.
Doc looks like a
I
hostage.
insist you drop him. He's a bad influence. And you've got to stop working on that dangerous electrokinetic... What's this?
Okay.
I suppose now you're miffed with me for forcing Detective Parker to close your booth down. Bitter medicine for you, I know, but I had to do it. And Parker had no choice but to obey my orders. He knows that my opinion carries a lot of weight in Hill Valley, and he'd never... Parker would never... Oh...
What is it?
I don't know. Something about Detective Parker. Something that happened to me on October 13th. What could it be?
Can you jog her memory? If we can keep her mind in the past, we may get the full story of Hill Valley's premature destruction.
Don't you mean the present? Well, maybe this temperamental thing can trigger her memory.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
No! Turn it off, you imbecile! If Parker hears that, he'll... Officer,
What?
I can explain. It was a trick.
She's really out of
I was
it.
framed. Oh, he's after me! Ha! He'll never catch me in this souped-up car of the future. Curses! I can't shake him. Well, no use in holding back now. Let's see what this baby can do. And here it comes!
Yes?
Here what comes?
I don't know. Something really unexpected is supposed to happen right about now, but I'm not sure what. Oh, come to think of it, How can I be expecting something unexpected? Oh, what's going on?
Quick, Marty. We've got to find a way to push the story along before she snaps out of her reverie.
Alright, well, what does she want? I guess we can talk to her. She's having an episode.
Here they come! The lights! I'm being transported!
Where?
Back! Back! To the past!
What do you see?
Hill Valley! But it's all different. It's so small and primitive. Heavens! Can it be? It is!
Is what?
Grandfather! Big as life!
Marshal James Strickland came to Hill Valley in 1869, shot by...
I know, Doc. We met him in 1885. Remember?
No! I must be mistaken. Grandfather didn't look like that. That man is an imposter! I'm not even sure it is a man! This is all very confusing. Where am I? Why am I thinking about the past? Get off my lawn, you kids!
Better find a way to bring back Marshal Strickland quick. We've got to bring this story to a climax.
Yeah, we do. Alright, so there's a picture of him. He has a hat and long hair.
This hat doesn't frame her face very well.
Well, not in this state. Alright. She thought this cactus was a man. Let's make it look like a man. Or more so, I guess.
It looks a bit like Grandfather now, but he would never have walked around bareheaded.
Well, good thing we got this nice hat.
Edna's hat. I think her fashion sense has gone by the
I
wayside.
think a lot of things about her have gone by the wayside.
Not bad.
Oh, Grandfather, how well you look. How well everything looks.
How does everything look? Tell me.
It's a bit rustic, to be sure, but all the buildings are so sturdy and well kept. And the young people of Hill Valley, they're so virtuous and upright. So unlike the degenerate specimens from the 20th century. And I know the reason why.
Why?
They haven't yet fallen prey to the vices of booze and debauchery. They are still in a state of innocence. I think I could learn to like living here. But who's this?
Who?
This big lout swaggering up the street, lips curled in an insolent sneer. He's a newcomer to Hill Valley.
Uh-oh.
Beauregard. Beauregard...
This game's hilarious.
Tannen.
Yes!
Good guess.
Acting like a big shot, throwing his money around. Stolen money, no doubt. Why can't they see through him? The two-bit phony! And now his plan becomes clear. He's bought a plot of land in town. He's going to put up
What?
I don't know. It's something I don't like. Something evil.
This
Oh,
is
no.
the key to our mystery. We've got to get her memory back in the groove.
Help me figure something out.
Yes?
Oh, good. We got a lot of things to talk to him about. While this whole episode is happening. What about Artie and Trixie?
I still can't believe my grandpa married Trixie. What are we gonna do about that?
It's a dire situation, but I'm afraid I'll have to take a back seat to unraveling this unspeakable catastrophe.
One catastrophe at a time.
You know, I've been dealing with Edna Strickland a lot lately, and I've seen her old and I've seen her young, but I've never seen her so...
Batshit crazy.
Right.
Still about Doc saying that's hilarious.
How do you think Edna got this way?
I guess that Edna's immense guilt over whatever she did in the past, combined with the trauma of traveling through time, has caused her to repress her memories. If we want to find out what happened, we'll have to break through those blocks, preferably before the time ripples catch up with us.
Hopefully we don't fade away. Who knows where we'll be? We would have never met in this. When this timeline catches up to the 80s. Or wherever it's going. The future? I don't know. Time travel's confusing.
You really think we can get through to Edna? She seems pretty out there.
Even the most repressed memories can be restored with the appropriate stimulation. We just have to find the right cues to lead her down a path of emotional recovery before we get erased by the time stream.
Sure, no problem.
It's disorienting enough under the best of circumstances. Imagine the effect on a mind that's completely unprepared, especially a mind that doesn't deal well with chaos.
That's true.
Edna used the DeLorean to jump into the past. I wonder why she never jumped out again.
Put yourself in her shoes, unexpectedly propelled into the past by an unreliable time machine. Would you risk another trip?
I might.
But she probably didn't know how the Mr. Fusion worked. Considering that was built 80-something years after.
Maybe we could check the
Yeah,
time
Marty.
circuits to find out what date she landed.
Have you seen that car?
We could, if there's anything left of the time circuits, but I'm afraid they rusted out long ago.
I'm surprised Doc just didn't call Marty an idiot for asking that question. I would have.
Explain something to me, Doc. Edna jumped to the past and made Hill Valley disappear, right?
That's the working hypothesis.
Then how come we're still around?
Whatever Edna did to Hill Valley must have happened so long ago that the ripples in the time stream haven't caught up with us yet.
So, how long do we have before the ripples catch up with us?
Oh, I'm sure we've got at least an hour before everything goes to hell.
No, it's
Great.
plenty of time. We still got time. We still got time.
When do you think it died? The DeLorean, I mean.
That vehicle hasn't been operational in a very long time. My guess is whatever happened to Hill Valley also happened to it.
Poor thing.
If we don't restore the timeline, I'll never be born, right?
Probably not.
But even if we do restore it, my grandpa's gonna marry the wrong woman. Either way, I'm host.
One crisis at a time, Marty. Right now, let's worry about getting the full story out of Edna.
Yeah, one step at a time, Marty. Because we will never let you fade. You're not leaving us that easily.
Beauregard Tannen built Hill Valley's first outhouse?
Highly unlikely. But we need to do something to transform that outhouse into whatever it is he did build.
Well, I have a guess.
I'll figure something out.
I'm sure you will.
I'm glad Doc has faith in us. Luckily for us, we have a little sign here.
Talk about a watering hole.
A saloon? In Hill Valley? Oh, he can't do that! Grandpa, you can't let him do it! You can't let that snake ruin paradise! Well, if they're all too blind to stop him, I'll just have to take the law into my own hands. I'll make sure this sinful establishment never opens its doors. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something. Something very conclusive.
Well, I'm sure whatever that conclusive thing is, you've done it before.
No, you're doing it
Whoa.
all wrong. It'll never burn like that. First, we'll need some kerosene.
What?
Apply it liberally to the building site. No sense in being parsimonious. And now, watch.
Well, now I know why the DeLorean never drove anywhere. She used all the gas.
This is beautiful. The devil's handiwork consumed by the fires of righteousness. Burn, you sucker, burn!
She was never this passionate when we were dating.
Oh,
What is it, Edna? Is it the fire?
turn away! Don't look!
It's not staying in the saloon, is it? It's spreading to the other buildings in Hill Valley.
My intentions were pure. It wasn't supposed to happen like this?
But it did happen like this, and you've been repressing it all these years because you can't stand to admit that you're...
A hooligan.
Aw.
I'm a hooligan.
Did I lay it on too thick?
Well, she is an arsonist, so.
Here's the story. Black and white and red all over.
Huh. Hill Valley destroyed by fire. Started approximately 2 a.m., July 17th, 1876.
Whoa.
Of course, I'm
What?
not the real criminal in this story. Am I, Mr. Sagan?
What?
You set me up for a fall. You and Smirnoff. You made me steal your infernal car. You made me burn down Hill Valley. And now, by the powers invested in me by the town of Hill Valley, I hereby sentence you two criminals to... You! How much have you heard?
Enough for a month's worth of headlines in the Hayesville Herald. 2 months worth if you shoot those
Yeah,
fellas.
William.
Could shoot you too, you know.
But you won't, because that would be against the law. And you never break the law, right? This is your cue to skedaddle.
Right.
Much obliged.
Good man, Mr. McFly. Alright. Time to go stop another fire.
There's Beauregard Tannen's half-finished saloon. Sometime during the next hour, Edna's going to light it on fire and accidentally burn down Hill Valley.
I wonder where her DeLorean is.
We'll find it later. Right now, we've got to stop that fire. I'll go around back. You go through the front.
Got it.
Oh, somebody's on guard duty over there. Yeah, this is 9 years before Marty and Doc came back here. Before we saved Clara. Frankly, Doc's wife might not even exist. Well, she would exist because she lived in New Jersey, but she wouldn't be here. Yes, it's revealed she lives in New Jersey in the comics. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling like the total nerd I am. We will save Hill Valley from the clutches of fire next time in what will probably be the finale of this game. This is Zoe saying make it like a tree and get out of here.
Let's hear it for the dreamers who never stop believing. One grain of sand becomes a pearl. A great idea can change the world.